Welcome back, everybody. I am the Breadly Assassin. This is the Breadly Assassin YouTube channel, and this is a Breadly Assassin live stream. I'd like to thank everybody for taking some time today to hop into the live stream. I know everyone's busy, so we appreciate the views. Definitely appreciate likes and subscribe. So if you want to take a second to smash those buttons, I'd like to thank everyone for doing that. And don't forget, in the description, as always, we got links to cold storage wallets, all the equipment I use on the streams, KuCoin referral code, and Breadly Assassin merchandise. So it seems like with the typical Breadly Assassin luck, timed my stream to come on just as we hit a market correction. But you know, at least we can laugh at it now because we're correcting to $54,000 or $55,000 of Bitcoin. So it is what it is. Like we said, we need these things, but we're coming right back. As you can see, Dogecoin in particular, at the very bottom of the dip, you can see the green candles forming. So the screen is clipped at the top. Oh, okay. Human error. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. So quite a few things have happened over the last couple of days. Like I said, I'm going to try and start streaming on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, since the viewer count has been really down and the popularity of the stream and stuff has just kind of dwindled. That way I can focus more on the video side of it and getting that stuff out, which I have some information about as well, until things start to pick up a little again. That's how it works with these streams, and especially the crypto space. I think once we really start to take off in the crypto space, the popularity will pick back up, and then we can get a little bit more exciting and healthy live streams. But in the immediate, we'll kind of run like this. So as we can see, Bitcoin had a little bit of correction just in the last hour or so, sitting at around 54K. Hodge Finance down to 0.000233. Vechain was at almost 9.5 today and is down to 8.8. Cardano 111, and then you can see Dogecoin hovering around the 5.1 cent mark, and everything's on its way back up. It's just the correction stuff. But every time you have a significant correction in a short time like that, there's a ton of buy orders that start to kick in. So the recovery is relatively quick, and that's that. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Good to see you, Miss Jill Spears, and Lynn. Welcome back, Mr. Stephen Johns. Everybody, welcome back. Okay, so I do have some information. That's what's nice about doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now. Stretching it out a little bit, at least for the meantime. I'm able to gather some more information and let you guys know what I've done over the last couple of days. First and foremost, I just want to remind everyone and let everyone know that I have been trying to get everything straight for the upcoming mining video series. I have not forgotten. In fact, I've been working quite a bit on it, even though you guys aren't aware of what's going on behind the scenes. But what's been happening is I've been allowing some product to come in that I've been ordering through different companies. And I had to convert a section of my workshop into like a little video studio area so that I can get, you know, some good footage and a little place to work while I go through the parts and explain and do the reviews and that sort of stuff. In fact, let me show everybody how far I've gotten with that. And I haven't touched on that yet because my son and I have been had to order lights and it takes a lot to get these things prepared, is what I'm trying to say. But let's take a quick look at the little workshop area and what I've got. So keep in mind, this was just a workshop area in my garage. I had to strip the back wall that was brick. We had to prime and paint it, and I took the bakery that I own. I'm fourth generation, has been in existence for over 130 years, and I recently redid one of the two businesses is a very old building, and it had an old metal sign that had been there for 120 some odd years at least, and the building was starting to deteriorate, so I had to have some roofers come in there and redo a bunch of stuff on the building. So what I did was I took the old metal sign and I actually kind of hung it in my little workshop area, and I made that the focus of the little studio. So let me show everybody what we got right now. So this is the little workshop area that I've been working on for the upcoming mining series that we're gonna be doing. As you can see, I had to prime and paint the back wall. I hung the old bakery sign that was on the original bakery, and then prepared a little table and hung some lighting. So that was a big deal. The lighting was terrible in there because, like I said, it was just an old workshop garage kind of thing. So we converted all that. Let's go over to some next picture. So you can see now we have a decent work table, and the lighting is going to be really good. That way, when I get the close-ups on the parts, so I can explain what I'm doing, we'll be able to see. That was the biggest concern when I was working on converting this little space. And you can see here we got tons of room, so we'll be able to get some good footage on exactly what's in these boxes, which is coming up pretty soon. So just wanted to let everyone know that I have been working on it, and it's right around the corner. Okay. So, Mr. JY96 says jumped into CRO today as well. Been looking for it. Wow. Yes. In fact, thanks for bringing that up. For those that follow us in the Discord, know that yesterday I let everyone know that I moved some of my Bitcoin into crypto.com, and I had been waiting and watching and waiting and watching, but I felt like now was a pretty decent time, because for those that are familiar with the coin know that tomorrow they are launching their mainnet, and along with the mainnet, directly afterwards, I think Friday is going to be their very first NFT release. And what's cool about that is it's actually got some ties to Vechain. I'm gonna go show everyone in the news that I pulled, but Vechain had not so much partnered with crypto.com, but maybe like collaborated with them to be producing some NFTs. And crypto.com is becoming very, very, commercial in a way, in the fact of the people that they're bringing in to start producing some of these custom NFTs, the mainnet launch. There's just a lot of things going on. DeFi coming to their own blockchain, stuff like that. So in a way, it kind of, while it's centralized in comparison to like Cardano, which is decentralized, they're doing a lot of the same things. They both broke off onto their own mainnet. They're both bringing in DeFi. They're both bringing in NFTs. It just seems like a very strong project with its own legs that's being, I guess, self-sufficient in a way. And it felt like it was a good time. So first and foremost, we are going to move into the very first CoinMarketCap recap of the day here on the Breadly Assassin live stream, and then we will move into the news that I have, which obviously, as you can see in the title, Mr. Elon Musk and his Bitcoin acceptance with Tesla. The community was asking about Dogecoin. Then we have Vechain, Chainlink, and some crypto.com news. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are with the CoinMarketCap recap of the day. Like I said, of course, we hit a correction right as I was preparing the stream, but we recover relatively quick when we have those very sharp corrections, because there are so many buy orders trying to take advantage of dips. So anyway, we're down only 2% from yesterday, but as a whole, since Monday, the market's kind of down as a whole, but not terrible. Not terrible, just a little bit of a downturn. And as you can see, the entire crypto space is sitting at $1,678,000,000. We have Bitcoin in the number one spot at just over $1 trillion, and the coin is sitting at $54,449. The number two spot belonging to Ethereum at $1,628. Tether, the dollar coin, holding down the number three spot. Binance coin in the number four spot at $2.58. Didn't see much of a hit on this little correction here. Cardano down to $1.12. Polkadot at $33.62, XRP at 52 cents, Uniswap at $29.27, Litecoin at $1.89, Theta at $11.75, overtaking the number 10 spot, by the way. Knocking down my number two favorite long-term investment in the entire crypto space is Chainlink at $26.17, down to the number 11 spot. But I got some more Chainlink news for everyone. And Chainlink seems to be kind of falling into the category of there's a lot of things leading up to this point where I really feel like we're about to see some movement. We have, let's see, Stellar down to about 39 cents. The ultra popular Dogecoin at 53 cents. Crypto.com at 22.5 cents, up 6% in the last 24 hours. And it was up a little bit more earlier, but that's fine. We'll get into that. And then Vechain in the number 19 spot at 8.7 cents. Still up on the 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. You got Tron at 5.8. And let's see what else we can point out here. It's kind of it for what's moving and what's not. Let's hop on into the mainstream, and then we will pop on over to our display capture and start going over the news that I have pulled for everyone. Okay. So here you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this from news18.com. This is just one report on it, but it's being, obviously reported everywhere over the last 24 hours. Do I have it, or did I mess it up? Oh, there we go. We're in some kind of delay right now. But anyway, I'll move on. Okay, so we have Elon Musk says you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. Twitter wants to know about Dogecoin. And it says Elon Musk on Twitter announced that you can now buy a Tesla for Bitcoin. It's temporarily limited to the United States at the moment, but will be available to other countries later this year. And it says Elon Musk on Twitter announced that you can now buy a Tesla car with Bitcoin. Musk's announcement comes almost a month after Tesla said in a filing the decision was part of its broad investment policy as a company and was aimed at diversifying and maximizing its returns on cash. It said it had an investment in aggregate 1.5 billion in Bitcoin under the changed policy and could acquire and hold digital assets from time to time or long term. Bitcoin also surged more than 10% on the day to a record high of $43,625 after Tesla's disclosure. Bitcoin, which has set new record highs in recent months after a roller coaster ride over the past decade, has also drawn support from major financial institutions this year. The world's biggest money manager, BlackRock, recently changed a handful of investment mandates to allow some of its funds to invest in the currency. So that's that. Okay. Moving on, we're going to touch into the crypto.com situation and a little bit of reasoning as to why I think might be a good time to look into it. Okay. This said, now this is about a week old or so, but this just leads up to the information to today, so I wanted to touch on it. And it says Visa taps deeper into Bitcoin through new global partnership with crypto.com. Now, I don't have to, I don't have to stress at how important and how massive Visa as a company is. And with the partnerships with crypto.com, you're opening up to, I believe it's 70 million plus customers that currently use Visa. Now, of course, not everyone's going to move right into crypto with that, but this is a significant means to, a long time problem we've had with crypto of being able to bring the consumer a way to spend their crypto and use their crypto effortlessly. As I've said many times here on the Breadless Assassin live stream, one of the biggest issues and one of the thing that scares a business person, as myself, the most is that I don't want to subject a consumer to cryptocurrency or attempting to spend their cryptocurrency if it's a difficult or problematic experience. You want it to be as simple as using a credit card, and this seems to be paving the way and is very, very exciting for the crypto space. Now, moving on, and this is just a few hours old. This was all kind of solidified and certified in the last 24 to 48 hours. But it says here, Crypto.com launches its NFT marketplace with exclusive content from Snoop Dogg and others. And moving down a little bit, I just wanted to touch on some of the professionals they are bringing into the space. And it says some of the artists and collaborators that will be part of the inaugural launch include, but not limited to, Boy George, Aston Martin, Cognizant Formula One TM, Axel Mansour, Mr. Brainwash, Opus, and Snoop Dogg. And like it said, there are many others, but this just goes to show that this is happening now, ladies and gentlemen. Like the mainnet is launching tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, and NFT in the works now and happening now. So that's a significant influx of development and platform offering in a very short time, not to mention DeFi too. And moving on to more, as you can see here, this is just on the crypto.com tweet. It says the first drop on crypto.com is coming Friday, March 26th, featuring Boss Logic. Sign up and don't miss a drop. Snoop Dogg and Lionel Richie jump in on NFT craze. So some significant partnerships and or at least NFT collaborations coming to crypto.com space, and they jumped in at full swing. I mean, full steam ahead for them. So very exciting things all of a sudden seem to have dropped significantly with crypto.com. While it's been planning and, it's been in the works for a while and they've been working on it and stuff, it just seems like it kind of flew under the radar the past few weeks with the market corrections and so much Vechain popularity and the Dogecoin and the Doge finance and stuff seem to kind of overshadow this, but this is clearly making a push to be recognized and noticed. And moving on a little bit, Vechain news, ladies and gentlemen. We always have to have our Vechain news. It says Vechain, and this is what I talked about earlier, how maybe not so much a partnership, but some kind of collaboration going on here, because it says Vechain, the NFT marketplace launches this Friday. This is on crypto.com, of course, featuring a new collection by famed Marvel artist Boss Logic. Sunny Lu mentioned in a Vechain collaboration with crypto.com on NFTs. So there's something happening between the two. We might not have any concrete answer because we all know how Mr. Sunny Lu is famous for allowing his partners to come forth to announce partnerships or collaborations and that sort of stuff. But something's happening, and it's just more to the tune of Vechain and being involved in everything. Vechain's the world beater, but I'm liking crypto.com right now. And check this little article I pulled, ladies and gentlemen. I thought this was very nice. This is just 2 days old. It says Vechain is the blockchain investment for the next decade. Summary. In January, I entered Vechain as my top pick of 2021. So I'm loving this. I'm just not too pleased that I missed it, because you know how forthright I am on my Vechain information, and I love people that agree with me. And somehow I missed this one. But anyway, it says in January. What we got going on back here? Subscribe. All right. Nice. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Whoop. Okay, so we got in January, I entered Vechain as my top pick of 2021 in tech. 2.5 years after writing about its potential, it's currently the winner among other tech investments. Vechain is an enterprise focused on supply chain and logistics blockchain solution with a long list of partnerships. The coin's price is up more than 4x in 2021 already, but I think there's plenty more space to build as more investors see this opportunity. The idea was discussed in more depth with members of my private investing community, the Coin Agora, if that's right, Agora. Let's see. 2.5 years ago, I wrote an article called Vechain will be the next major blockchain success story. Since that article was published, the coin is up almost 7,000%. Yeah, I wish I would have had more investment money 2 years ago, but wow. And this is a very, very, very nice article, ladies and gentlemen. Very detailed. For those that had any outline questions about Vechain, this article goes into extreme depths. What Vechain is and who it's for. Customers, they show this some of their partnerships. While this little chart is a little bit older, it's still nice. They have they go into the tag, trust, trace explanation, what that is. It goes into how much VThor Walmart China's burning. It goes into updates and price targets. Lots and lots of information. So if you guys are interested in that, go check out seekingalpha.com, and look up Vechain, and I think you'll be pleased. This is a lengthy article. I just don't think I can sit here and read through the whole thing. And another piece I picked up on Chainlink, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone knows how much I like Chainlink. You can see it says here this is from CoinDesk, by the way. Chainlink integration connects filecoin to smart contract enabled blockchains. And you guys know how I always mention that Chainlink is the front runner and the forerunner in the Oracle space. And it's not even close. And this is just more to show in that aspect of what I mean. And it says the integration will enable connection between Filecoin and Ethereum and other smart contract enabled blockchains. And coming down, it says decentralized storage network Filecoin has integrated with decentralized finance Oracle service Chainlink. An announcement Wednesday said that the integration would enable connection between Filecoin and Ethereum and other smart contract enabled blockchains. Developers will now be provided a full Web 3.0 infrastructure thanks to Chainlink oracles for off-chain computation and Filecoin's decentralized data storage. Colin Everin, ecosystem lead at Filecoin Developer Protocol Labs, says that the integration will automate Filecoin storage functions and make Filecoin state accessible on other blockchains. Filecoin and Chainlink's tokens are among 5 that Grayscale Investments offers via new investment trusts, aiming to draw institutional money to the DeFi space. Grayscale is a CoinDesk sister company. So just more into the tune of how I'm always saying Vechain and Chainlink are amazing long term. I'm really liking what Crypto.com is doing right now. We seem to be on the verge of a breakout with them. You know, I'm not an expert. This is not financial advice. I could be totally wrong. But bringing in DeFi, NFTs, and launching a mainnet tomorrow certainly seemed like the right direction for a blockchain project. Not to mention the Visa partnerships and offering, Crypto.com offering their crypto expenditures through Visa. I mean, yeah, I could be wrong, but my gut's telling me this looks like a good time and something that could be positive in the immediate and in the long term. And for those that follow me, know that I typically invest to hold my coins, for the next few years, kind of thing. So I don't see how a company moving into their own mainnet with this kind of production launches and platform launches can go wrong. It just doesn't seem that way at this point for me. Okay, let me try and catch up on a little bit of chat. Let's see here. I'm going to switch over to live chat since we are a little slow today. Try and catch up. Mr. Gregory Killian mentioned earlier, touching on what I had mentioned earlier, saying that mainnet for Crypto.com launches in 3 hours and 56 minutes. And look, I'm not expecting an overnight, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, that's not how it happens. But moving onto your own mainnet is significant whenever when you're able to do so and being able to offer your services within themselves. It's kind of like it's what Vechain did, it's what Crypto.com is doing, it's what Cardano is doing now and did just recently. So these companies, these are the ones that is significant, and you can see that they're substantial in the fact that they've done enough and grown enough to warrant their own mainnet. Okay, let's see. Mr. Doc Beat says, my cryptos in no order. Top cryptos in no specific order. Doge, Vechain, Chainlink, VGX, SafeMoon, OMI. Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Mufon, Mr. T-Bay Mufon, once again, thank you for hopping back in. Says, have you heard of Decentraland? Very interesting concepts. Yeah, definitely. Decentraland I had seen, in fact, when they went... what was it? Yeah, I can't remember when. It was a couple of months ago I had discovered Decentraland and the whole idea of it, with the virtual world and that sort of stuff, and owning virtual properties and all that stuff. And I do like those ideas and stuff like that. There are a handful of companies out there like that. You're kind of waiting to see which one becomes popular and people use, in that aspect. But I did see something where I think they were bringing like casinos and gambling and stuff into these virtual worlds, and where you can use your crypto to gamble with and whatnot. I think maybe Atari was doing that, if I'm not mistaken. And whenever you get to that point, if the virtual worlds become the one that people so choose to use, along with NFTs, people have like arts in their house, and like they could buy and sell furniture and property and stuff like that. It's a super cool concept. You just have to, it's kind of like which one's going to become the one, All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we got. Miss Stephanie Dean, welcome back, says Tesla will never accept Ethereum because it requires gas. Yeah, the whole Ethereum situation with their gas fees are really outrageous at right now, which is why there's so many things happening on the layer level. This is why Polygon, aka Matic, is so important. They're building a layer 2 for Ethereum to reduce gas fees. This is why so many of these new secondary mainnets, not secondary mainnets, this is why so many of these mainnets are being launched on, for their own projects that are taking off and becoming so significant. That's why Binance That's why BNB coin became so significant so fast. It felt like Binance made their own smart chain and moved, and DeFi was like pennies on the dollar to swap your coins and do what people do on Uniswap, paying all these high Ethereum fees. You know, me as well. But that's why the Binance Smart Chain took off. People were tired of paying those fees, so they migrated. A lot of people did anyway. Migrated into DeFi on the Binance Smart Chain, so they can make all their swaps and whatnot at fractions of the cost compared to Ethereum's fees. And that obviously was obvious, like kind of eye catching to the Ethereum, because they're starting to lose projects and companies that are on the network. Same thing is happening now with Cardano. They launched their own mainnet, and Cardano is going to be fully decentralized. And same thing with practically no gas fees. Vechain, same thing. And now, while crypto.com is centralized in that aspect, it's going to be the same thing. They're moving DeFi into their mainnet, onto their blockchain, and all this stuff is going to be significantly less expensive than Ethereum. So while Ethereum, there are things in the works, specifically with Matic and Polygon, bringing in, working on layer 2 to significantly lower those gas fees, as well as the platform change. Coming to Ethereum, I think it's in the next few months, supposedly, July, I think they're targeting, which is probably going to be longer than that. Ethereum's never on time with anything, but all that's happening, and it's very noticeable, and people don't want to pay these fees anymore. Okay, let's see what we got. Mr. Nelson Bello, do you know Casper Labs project? Unfortunately, I do not. We talk about this often. I pride myself on having as much information as I can and bringing you guys legitimate information without clickbait and all that other kind of stuff. But I do, there are thousands of coins and projects out there, and I miss a lot. And you guys teach me as much as I'm trying to share my knowledge with you guys. So I write them down, I go back and I check and see what we can knock out. Welcome back, Derek the Wolf. Jeremy Gilbo says Uniswap version 3 should help with gas fees and some altcoins. Cardano mainnet would be a cool infusion. Yes, sir. Thank you. $3GP Media asking, should I move my Ethereum into something else? Losing faith. Well, it's not like Ethereum's going away. They're not. There's so much built on Ethereum, and they were the first, kind of technically to bring in smart contracts, and once a platform or project has so far got its claws into there, it's difficult to move away. Now, new projects, new things coming along might choose a different mainnet, like there's tons of projects, just waiting for Vechain 2.0, Proof of Authority 2.0. It's on testnet now, so it's right around the corner. I know there are tons of projects that have been waiting to move on to that blockchain. And of course, same thing with Cardano. In fact, I saw just a few days ago, there was a healthcare project that Cardano had signed up over Ethereum. And then in another, I was listening to a video conference with Cardano's lead man, and he was saying how they're actually having to turn away projects because there are so many waiting to get onto the Cardano mainnet and blockchain. But they're not fully up to scale yet, so they're having to turn some people away, which is not good, but which is good. So it just goes to show you a lot of the newer things, I think, that are going to be happening from here on out until Ethereum gets these layer 2s in place and reduces these gas fees and stuff like that, are going to be drawing a lot of the new people. So Ethereum's not going away, and it's going to continue to be very valuable. But there are other options now, which is significant. Jeremy Gibble mentioning PunDX. Mr. JB says, I have 5,000 VeChain. Is that enough? Well, that's one of the most super opinionated things we have here when people ask me, how much I need to get rich, or is that enough? That sort of stuff. It's completely dependent on what you consider enough, honestly. Like, what are you trying to achieve? Do you want to flip the coin tomorrow? Do you want to flip the coin in a year? Do you want to flip the coin in 5 years? How much do you believe in the project? Or are you okay with investing in it and leaving it and not even worrying about these peaks and valleys and these corrections and dips? How much do you think is a lot? You know, are you trying to make $10,000 with it? Are you trying to make $100,000 with it? Are you trying to make $1 million with it? You know, like in my personal space where I'm at now, you know, I run a company, I have a family, I'm responsible for a lot of people, I have tons of expenses and whatnot. So a lot of money to me, you know, might not be a lot of money to someone else, or might be a whole lot of money to someone else. So personally for me, you know, I plan on, reason I'm going through all these investments now and doing my research over the last few years and putting money into these coins is because I'm not doing it to trade them tomorrow. I'm not doing to trade them this year. I'm hoping to achieve some kind of retirement wealth in by 2025 or 2030, because I'd rather be uncomfortable for 1, 2, or 3 years and comfortable for 20 or 30 than vice versa. And 3GP Media with a $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Says, appreciate your insight. Always, brother. Thank you. Incredibly generous. We appreciate any donations and super chats. It makes all the work we put into these streams a whole lot easier. So thank you, my friend. CRO chat from Mr. Pedro Jim asking, yeah, we touched on what's happening with CRO and what's been building up to now, and why I feel now is things are about to really take off for the coin. It's always been amazing, very centralized, but amazing. Obviously, their media and publicity and their advertisement schemes have been incredible. Their partnerships with Visa, you know, allowing Visa customers to be able to spend their crypto, and not to mention that if you stake, you have to stake a certain amount of CRO coins to be eligible for these, like the bonus cards they have that give like 2 and 5% cash back and like amazing rewards. So there's all that going on while they did their $70 billion coin burn or whatever it was at the end of February, which reduced the total coin supply. So that happened. And then of course you have the mainnet launching tomorrow on crypto.com. You have NFTs now at crypto.com, collaborating with like Snoop Dogg and Lionel Richie and Formula One racing. I mean, just crazy collaborations going on, and also DeFi in the space now as well. So basically doing what Cardano and Vechain have been doing, but on a commercialized and centralized level. But with the Visa partnerships, I mean, can you blame them at this point? And Mr. Felipe Mendoza, welcome back, my friend. I recognize you. If you hit the millions, let me borrow $20. Yeah, I will do, my friend. And you know, we laugh about it. I mean, you can't help but laugh about it because we're all here to try and make ourselves more comfortable, right? But the truth is, you know, companies like Cardano and Vechain, let the music play. Yeah, you know, the companies like your Cardanos and your Vechains, and I'm not going to say crypto.com yet, but I do feel that they're right at the point where things could become substantial. So let's just say I like them right now. But Vechain in particular, because we know it's my favorite long-term investment. You know, I joke and I clown and whatnot, and, you know, talking about dreaming about money, and I mean it's healthy. You know, I like coming up with ideas of what we would do with our money and just to be comfortable and take care of our families. But realistically, you know, we're looking at Vechain right now at about 9 cents, okay? And then, of course, a month ago, when I first started touching on Vechain on these streams, it was at about 2.5 cents or whatever it was. And I kept saying how I liked it and I loved it, and it's always been my favorite and whatnot. And we've seen some growth. And, you know, we talk about this so much, and we monitor the markets like hawks. So every little peak and valley, we're all over it. But in truth, it's very, very, very probable that Vechain becomes a dollar coin in the next calendar year. I mean, at worst case, you know, at the end of 2022. But at that point, even still, I mean, we could have acquired hundreds of thousands of Vechain for not a lot of money, And there we are. I mean, it's very possible with the crypto space. And thank you. Where's my friend with the $5 super chat? Why did that come through awkwardly? Did I miss something? Or was that a sticker? We got 3GP Media. We got Mr. Felipe Mendoza. I think I'm on some kind of delay here. But anyway, I'll try and catch it. What's with Hoj? Carlos GM, is it like those with DeFi? Okay, we touched about that a lot. In fact, I have a video on the oh, it was a donation. That's why I didn't see it in the thing. Okay, thank you, my friend, for the $5 donation. Very appreciative, and thank you, Ms. Deaton, for bringing that to my attention. The super chats stick up there so I can go back and see, but the donations are a little bit differently. Thank y'all so much. Incredibly generous. Yeah, so Mr. Carlos, I have a video on the Breadly Assassin YouTube channel. It's a brief little like 5-minute video or whatever it was, 9-minute video explaining what Hoj Finance is. You might want to go take a look at it, see if it's something you'd be interested in looking into. And we got Mr. Jim Pop with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. He says, Mr. Assassin, should I move all of my coin purchases from Binance to a hard wallet for safekeeping? If I put it in a hard wallet, do I still make money? Well, yeah, of course. If you choose to move your coins from an exchange into cold storage, aka hard wallet, yes, you absolutely. The coins, the value of the coins. Let me let that music play, and then we'll touch on that real quick. Yes, if you move your coins from an exchange or from like a web-based browser wallet, so to speak, into cold storage or a hard wallet, they don't just get cut off or like become dormant or so to speak. They will fluctuate as the market does. If they decrease in value, if the coin decreases in value, your coins will decrease in value in your wallet. If it increases in value, then of course your coins will increase in value in your cold storage wallet. You're just basically storing them in a different space, but the market is not the market remains effective, so to speak. So thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. Incredibly generous. Thank you. Benny Boy 07 says, what about Doge predictions for the coming week? Well, obviously, as you can see, everything moves to the tune of Bitcoin right now because the Bitcoin dominance is just still kind of where it's dominating, so to speak. Of course, once Bitcoin dominance continues to come down and then the altcoin season supposedly that we're in now and will be improving on happens, you can definitely see Dogecoin move up as you will other altcoins. Of course, right now, because of the kind of the stagnant information and media coverage and publicity with Dogecoin, we have become more of a stable coin recently. But I think because the development team is working on the coin, I think we're just kind of at their mercy, waiting to see what they have in store for the coin in the future. But anything can happen, like the Elon Musk situation is still there, and Mr. Mark Cuban, with the Dallas Mavericks accepting Dogecoin for tickets and merchandise. There's always things happening, and every time something like that happens, you see some jumps in prices. So it's impossible to predict when those things take off or when those things happen, but they do definitely affect the Dogecoin price. So it's a kind of a wait and see game in the crypto space on a coin that's affected so dramatically by the media and the publicity, influencers and celebrities and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. CHZ, another one of the NFT coins that have been very, very popular of late. Like I said, for me personally, those specific NFT coins have been a little muddled because there's so many that took off so fast. I don't really have a very detailed opinion on CHZ right now. I'm kind of waiting to see where the NFT space falls and what it ends up being ultimately. With that being said, that's also a positive to Vechain, Crypto.com, and Cardano and everything as well. But you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss out. Super Chat isn't working. I told y'all there was some kind of weird delay I noticed when I just a little while ago, which is why I missed a couple things. If I'm missing anybody's stuff, I apologize. Streamlabs and YouTube sometimes kind of butt heads and make some problems for me, but trying to monitor as best I can, you guys. I knew something was up. I don't normally delay this bad. Okay, anyway, I'll keep on going. I apologize if things aren't. No, man, I have 100 meg up and down business fiber that I paid 10 grand to have installed at my home. I have the best internet I could get. I have better than anyone in my city. So it's a Streamlabs YouTube thing right now. It happens a lot. Well, it's happened a lot recently. I've even with my chat bot, I've had to reset recently. Okay, let's see. Will Robinhood ever get ADA? I'm not too sure. Robinhood, I'm still waiting for them to reconcile all the crap they went through with Dogecoin and stuff like that before moving into Robinhood discussion. Mr. David Boland, welcome. I see you, my friend. Welcome back, Mr. Toth. Monsters Art says, I think NFT is the future. Just in a bubble will go down, but up again in the future. Yeah, see, that's kind of how I feel. Like it's like almost overbought and like really crazy, like almost as if so many people were afraid to miss out in case it became something. Everything just got dumped into it. And I'm not saying it's not a thing or it's not going to be great long term. It's just, I agree with you. I think it's gonna load up, and then we're gonna kind of like spread out, let things come to fruition, see what it is, and what's the benefits of it and what's the negatives of it, and then you'll have your 2 or 3 companies that excel with it and whatnot. So that's kind of how I feel. So while I am bullish on crypto.com right now because of what's going on with it, but you know, Cardano and Vechain are bringing NFT in as well, so it's happening everywhere. I think we just need to kind of wait and see what it's gonna do, you know. Okay, Mr. Young says, I'm trying to send a super chat, but it's not letting me. Yeah, so that's a YouTube thing, my friend. It's just something going on right now. And I noticed that on the start of the stream, and a YouTube thing, you know, technical difficulties, man, stuff like that happens. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it. I know you always do your part, man, and it's fantastic. So thank you. Hopefully YouTube gets squared away with whatever's happening with it sooner rather than later. And we won't have to worry about that next time. Also, by the way, I didn't even mention yet today, but I released the giveaway announcement video yesterday on the Barely Assassin YouTube channel. So I hope everyone took a few minutes to check that out. This coming Friday at 3 p.m. Central, which is Friday, March 26th, we will have another Dogecoin finance giveaway. We will be giving away 150,000 Dogecoin as we did last Friday. So that's 2 consecutive weeks. We will have given away a total of 300,000 Dogecoins here at the Barely Assassin channel. So make sure you like and subscribe, turn notifications on, turn them to all, so you don't miss any of our polls, you don't miss any of our live streams, you don't miss any of our uploads, and certainly don't want to miss any of the giveaways. So thanks everyone for that. Hakuna Matata for the rest of your days. It's your problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. My kids are some big Disney fans, and you know what? As much as I don't want to admit it to my wife, I like Disney too. We've gone. I took my oldest son when he was 5, who is now 13, and I took my youngest son when he was 5 a year ago. So we're gonna try and go back as soon as we can. It's just very difficult with work and all that kind of crazy stuff. Whoa, Miss Stephanie Deaton with the $25 super chat, you guys. Wow, what an incredibly generous donation, Miss Stephanie Deaton. You are always incredibly generous. I think she was trying to prove a point. Thank you so much. That's super generous, Miss Stephanie Deaton, ladies and gentlemen. One of our mainstays here at the Barely Assassin YouTube channel, has been an incredible supporter since day one. always has kind words and is always sharing my streams on Twitter and doing everything she can while we try and support her as well. It just seems like she goes above and beyond every time we find ourselves in a pickle. So thank you for the $25 super chat, ladies and gentlemen, from Miss Stephanie Deaton. World famous, by the way. We have people watching right now from all over the world. South America, Australia, Spain. Man, we got people everywhere. Bradley Assassin YouTube channel. While on some days it's tough, some days it's really nice. And we do our part. We share information here so that people can make better investment decisions. We're not one of the clickbait channels, even though I'm jealous of their views sometimes. I try and keep it real. So thanks everybody. Okay, let's see where we are after the Miss Stephanie Deaton blew me away with that. I'm trying to focus. Let's see. Can we talk about the CRO mainnet launch and how do you think it will affect its price as we approach the launch and also after the launch? Sure, Mr. Kenneth Chan. In truth, what you see a lot in the crypto space is a lot of buy the rumor, sell the news. You know, you'll see a lot of like the coin ramp up until like a mainnet launch or NFT launch or a DeFi launch, and then it'll correct and then stabilize like almost in a accumulation pattern and then kind of ramp up again. But in this particular case, there wasn't a ton of ramping up leading up to today with CRO, in my opinion. You did have the gigantic spike and I mean just as fast of a correction whenever they burned off the $70 billion worth of coin, but that happened in like on the same day, and it was like it kind of leveled. It kind of came up a little bit. I think it got up to around 24 or 27 cents, I think maybe, and then came back down to around 18 to 20 cents with the big correction that we had. We had two corrections recently, and let me let this music play. Okay, Mr. Young, I will touch on your question in a minute with the $5 super chat. Thank you. As soon as we're done with this one. Yeah, so I didn't see as much of a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing that you normally see in the space. So that's kind of good in my opinion. So where it's falling right now and with all the corrections and stuff like that we've had recently, we seem to be kind of in a dip overall in the market, even though it's amazing in my opinion, because I just went through 2 years of a bear market. But I think it's gonna like the first collab I think they're doing is with like Snoop Dogg and Lionel Richie or something like that. So the NFT thing I think is gonna be as much of a boost as the mainnet will be, and only because there are more people in the entertainment world that are gonna notice the Snoop Dogg thing as opposed to us tech heads in the crypto space that are aware of the mainnet thing, if you follow what I'm saying. So I personally think because it's such a significantly affordable coin right now, I expect to see some gains after, with and after the mainnet launch, where most of the times you'll see a correction. But with DeFi and all that stuff coming in as well, I think it's going to be okay after the mainnet launch, but I think like through the summer, you're going to see some significant moves to where people are going to start, like the value of the coin is going to increase because of what they've done. And then FOMO should probably kick in a little bit and then give it another boost. So I'm just very positive on crypto.com right now. And Mr. Young, One and Engine Coin, any thoughts? Also, man, what's your Twitter? I can't find you. Crow and Doge to the moon, Louisiana Crypto Boys. Yes, that's my Baton Rouge buddy right there. You should be able to find me on Twitter relatively easy. I'm the Bradley Assassin. Let me go pull a link real quick and see why we're having some problems over here. I'm kind of new to Twitter, admittedly, so forgive me if I don't have, all the cool stuff, but I think I should be able to pull this up for you real quick. Right quick. Try that. Let's see if that brings you to the glory of the Twitter Bradley Assassin page. If it ever goes through with this delay. Okay, try that. All right, so thanks again for the $5 super chat. Thanks for the $25 super chat, Ms. Deaton. Thanks, everybody. We have a little bombardment of super chats today, so I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody's generosity. Let's see. Okay, so One and Engine. Both of them are great projects. Like I touched on the NFT thing with Chili's and Engine and whatnot. I was kind of waiting. It felt so muddled so fast. I was kind of waiting to see which ones became significant. But obviously, Engine Coin was kind of the front runner and seemed to take off even before Chili's and whatnot. So there's definitely a lot of things on the positive side with Engine, and I could see them being the ones that last, honestly. And one, let me take a look so I don't misspeak. As in Harmony, I'm assuming that's One's ticker, isn't it? I mean, that's Harmony's ticker, huh? I see a lot of people discussing Harmony lately, and you know what? Scaling Ethereum applications and cross-chain finance. I need to do some more research on Harmony before I touch on it, because I don't want to misspeak. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that a note, my friend, Mr. Young, if you don't mind, so I can educate myself a little bit more, because I do see a lot of people invested in it. I've seen some gains in it, and I think I'm just gonna make a note, educate myself, and then we'll touch on that next live stream. So thank you. Yeah, Matic Polygon definitely has a substantial future. Matic Polygon, in my opinion. Crow's fees are too high from SR. Well, the thing about the CRO, the thing about their fees and whatnot, stuff like that, if you take advantage of staking their coin and use their Visa cards, you get significant cash back in the form of CRO rewards, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that kind of offsets if you want to become a Crypto.com user and want to use the Visa card and all that stuff like that. I think if you take your time and research, and if you find it something that you'd be interested in, they have some significant rewards, and I guess that's maybe where the fees and stuff come in. But I like investing in the coin as a whole, and I don't really use Crypto.com per se. You know, I do most of my trading between Coinbase, KuCoin, and then like I said, I store my Vechain and Exodus. So I'm not trading through them, but I just like where they're going as a company and a blockchain project. So that's why I'm invested in them. All right, let's see here. You heard from Mr. Low Roller Scratcher says, you heard Snickers jump in Dogecoin bandwagon today? No, I did not. Let me see if I can pull that up, man. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. See, that's why our community is the best. Snickers, Dogecoin. Let me go to news, maybe. It must be really, really new news, because I'm not really seeing it. I see something 5 days ago on Twitter. If you have a link to it, man, I'd really like it, because Snickers did post on Twitter about Dogecoin and Reddit. Okay, yeah, because I'm trying to pull it up on just the Google search, and I'm not really seeing it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let me try and catch up on a little bit. But yeah, that's cool, man. I'm gonna try and get some stuff on that. Chi-Town XRP says, why store VET in Exodus instead of VeChain Thor wallet? Better rewards. I just personally, I love the Exodus's format, and I don't like moving my coins in and out of places. Like once they're somewhere, that's where I typically leave them. And I do gain, I staking VeChain there, or basically anywhere you hold VeChain will produce VThor. So it does it there for me, and I don't see any negligible effects of it. It's just kind of something I did and left it because Vechain is the only coin I do not trade out of and I do not move. So I just put them there, and I always have. And it's real easy to monitor the rewards there, and they calculate it for you and everything. It's just, I just like it. There are fees involved with Exodus, but like I said, I don't trade in and out of Exodus, and I don't swap on Exodus. I just use it to hold my my Vechain there. Okay. Brant S, I don't really have an opinion on Ravencoin right now, my friend. I know it's been around for a long time. In fact, I used to mine it 2 or 3 years ago, and I just didn't really keep up with the project after I moved away from it, so I'm just not too familiar with it right now. Mr. Mandrake says, I get about 1 VThor for every 800 Vechain I have. Seems less than half on Exodus. Well, you don't it's global, isn't it? Like let me see something. Vechain calculator. Okay, so right now let's see something. I'm producing well, let's do 1 and we can figure out. 1 Vechain should be producing you 0.00042 VTho a day, according to my calculations. I have, when you have a lot of them, I basically just look at the APY at that point. Like right now, my APY is like 3.5% or something like that. Low Roller Scratcher says Snickers officials Twitter on tweet and replies about Dogecoin. Snickers officials Twitter on tweet. Let me see if I can find it. Twitter. Snickers. 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 Snickers has 400,000 followers. Yeah, like I said, I'm not super Twitter savvy, but I'm not seeing it at the top of their stuff. Tweets and replies, maybe. Oh, I see. 4 hours ago, replying to Dogecoin rise at Milky Way and 2 others. Yeah, so they're at least knowledgeable of what's going on. So that's good. Mr. Young says, Bradley, can you continue your streams every day? I watch you more than Netflix or anything else. I'd rather pay super chats than watch Stranger Things. Thanks, man. I never thought I'd ever be mentioned in the same sentence as a powerhouses like that, but I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, man, I'd like to. I would if we can continue the positive activity. The stream turnout and viewer count had got really stagnant, and I just there wasn't a ton of news to convey every single day, even though you guys know how hard I try and I dig. But doing it like this way, at least for a little while, will allow me to catch up and start pumping out those minor videos. Because as I showed y'all at the beginning of the stream, I've just about got the little area set up in the workshop, so I can start filming and doing this stuff in there. So there'll be tons of content coming out every day. It's just that I needed a way to balance the live streams, the information that was available to me, and then of course being able to start putting out the mining content. So it's coming. Thicker than a Snicker. Am I on Quaaludes or just too much Adderall? I take 0 medication. 0. I take nothing. I'm high on life and I'm high on the crypto. It's hard staying positive, man, all the time. It's just I don't want to have a boring live stream, so You want me to just sit here and be like, hi, welcome to the stream. Crypto's down today. It'll probably be up tomorrow. I think the sky's gray. Pretty sure water's wet. Thanks. I don't think people would watch that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, man. I sing sometimes too, bro. Why the Dogecoin ticker? I get asked that very often. As you can see, the actual ticker price at 5.1964, that is the live coin watch ticker, and the graph you see on the screen is from Binance. I like to have them both up there so you can kind of get a global average, as the different exchanges do have different amounts and do fluctuate differently. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. We got 90 likes and 200 people in here. Some of y'all are slacking. We don't like the slacking. Mr. Kern Sandoval says, I wonder if his beard smells like farts. I can honestly say it does not. In fact, it smells like, I use this after when I shave, I use this lotion that smells like kind of cologne, and I rub that in there, and smells pretty good. My wife likes it. Does not smell like farts. Oh yeah, Mr. Stephen Toth did say in our Discord, mentioned that MobiPay updated their roadmap. If some of you guys want to go double check out MobiPay and look at their new roadmap, might be worth checking out and see if it's something you'd be interested in investing in. So thanks again, Mr. Stephen Toth, for that update on MobiPay. Go wash your car, bruh. I think I need to make a shirt. You ain't got nothing better to do than come in here and talk trash. Go wash your car or something, if you got one. What about CRO mainnet launch from Mr. Cole Whittle? Well, tomorrow, Crypto.com is officially launching their mainnet. So that is a very substantial news for Crypto.com and CRO coin as a whole, along with NFT and potentially DeFi, all coming to the space all at the same time. We just wanted to make sure everyone knew and was aware of that. So if you choose to research the coin and perhaps even invest in it, now kind of feels like, to me personally, that would be a decent time. Mr. Michael Wiggins says, I have the CRO Ruby Steel card. It's nice. Well, congratulations. One thing about CRO right now, because it's just in a whirlwind of activity, I think they started, I think you can get your virtual cards now, kind of like right away. And then, of course, they have to approve it and ship out a card and stuff like that. And some people are saying it's taking a significant amount of time. But if you are able to get the virtual cards now that they're advertising, you should be in a pretty decent spot if you so choose to move into the rewards cards that Crypto.com is offering. And again, I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just invested in the coin because I think it's got a very positive future. But they do have the Visa style cards that are being offered now that you can get some rewards on. And Mr. Neutral Warenheit says, this year Vechain going to $1. We certainly hope so, my friend. For those that follow the Breadly Assassin YouTube channel, know that Vechain is my favorite long-term investment. I have a video on the Breadly Assassin YouTube channel where you could look at my end of March predictions for Vechain, as well as my end of year prediction for Vechain. And I absolutely love that blockchain project. It's not even a project anymore. It's just Vechain. Mr. Mark Andrews, yes, we discussed CRO in detail today. In fact, we're winding down on the stream right now. We just got a few minutes left. I just basically touched on how, back in February, they had their $70 billion coin burn, which significantly lowered the total coin supply. And then how they've been kind of flying under the radar with the recent Bitcoin corrections, and then all the Vechain popularity, Cardano news, and Dogecoin news, and so much just flying out at everybody. Host finance. It seems like they kind of got like suppressed a little bit, and obviously it was resulting in the suppressed price as well. But all that's been building up, and right now, I mean, we've got NFTs being pushed out. We've got the mainnet launching tomorrow, and we've got DeFi obviously coming to the space because they're going to be on their own blockchain. So I just feel that it's a pretty good time. Personally, I invested in them yesterday, and I just feel it's a good time, and I feel like there's positive things in the immediate and the long for Crypto.com. Not to mention their Visa partnership, where you have access to 70 million customers right away. That if they so choose to use Crypto.com for their crypto expenditures, they can do so now through the card version and or the digital version of the credit card kind of thing. Holochain, no, I'm not familiar with, unfortunately, my friends. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 1 hour and 6 minute mark. And I think that's about it for today. I covered everything we were planning on covering, especially in the title and the discussion topics. So, once again, very positive today. Thanks everyone for the super chats. You guys were incredibly generous today. Don't forget that we will soon be having the mining series and mining videos coming out, because I finally got the workshop space kind of in order, so I can actually start filming in there. We're going to start out with just doing reviews of some items where you guys can get them, costs and everything like that, and we will eventually build up into a working rig and or whatever I could get my hands on, because my video cards are obviously still on order and all that kind of stuff. But we have enough right now where we can start doing some reviews and cost analysis and equipment ports and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that's where we are right now. So if you guys want to go do some research on CROs, things we touched on today, that'd be cool. That way you can make some better decisions for yourself. Also, don't forget that on the Bradley Assassin YouTube channel, I got the host finance video out explaining what that is. If anybody wants to take a look at that, we had some questions about that. And ultimately, the giveaway announcement for this coming Friday, if you guys want to make sure to participate in that's coming this Friday, March 26th at 3 p.m. Central Time. But that's it for now. If you guys need anything from me in the meantime before I see everyone Friday, don't forget you can drop me a line on Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, in our Discord, wherever you need me. I will be there. So thanks everyone. Stay safe, and see y'all physically Friday. But we'll try and put out a video tomorrow. So thanks everybody. Stay safe.